Hello, good day from wherever you are watching us. You're welcome to our Wednesday live. So let us know where you are streaming from. Let us know. Just say hi. You're all welcome. My name is Chama Odikulu. You're welcome to our Wednesday live. Yes, we meet here every Wednesday to share something about our lives, about parenting, how we can grow, how we can renew ourselves, how we can be better parent, how we can be better individuals. So you are welcome to our session for today. Yes, so today, without wasting much of our time, we're going to learn about 7 ways to build our belief and develop a positive mindset. 7 ways we can improve or build on our belief and develop a positive mindset. Now, what if I told you that the biggest thing standing between you and your success as a parent, as a leader, as an individual, as a person is not your circumstances? The biggest thing standing between you and your success is not your circumstances, not your background or your past mistake, but the way you think. What if I told you that what is standing between you and your success is not your circumstances, it's not your experiences, it's not your background, but the way you think? That is to tell us that what we think about ourselves has a way of impacting and affecting our lives. So do you feel stuck, like you're repeating the same old patterns over and over again? Do you feel like, oh my God, I'm not achieving my goal? Do you feel I'm just stuck here? I don't even know what next to do. Do you have big dreams but secretly doubt if you can achieve them? Do you have massive dreams but you doubt yourself if you can truly achieve your dreams? Do you ever feel like your past failures define you? Do you doubt yourself? Do you limit yourself? Do you feel like your past experiences, your mistakes, your stories affect you? Now, today, we are going to be breaking through the barriers that have been holding us back. We are going to learn 7 ways we can use to build our belief and develop a positive mindset that will transform our lives, that will transform our parenting, that will transform the way we see ourselves, that will transform our goals, that will transform everything about us. So stay with us as we walk through the 7 ways we can use to deal with our negative beliefs. Number 1, we must catch and challenge those negative thoughts. Yes, we are having this negative thought, but we must catch those thoughts. We must catch ourselves thinking of these thoughts. When we encounter these thoughts, when we think about this thought, we must hold ourselves and catch ourselves there on the spot and challenge these negative thoughts. We cannot solve a problem without us understanding what the problem is. We cannot handle a situation without knowing what the situation is. So first of all, we must even get to the point of self-realization. We must get to a point of being aware that this is a problem. This is a negative belief. This is a limiting belief. We must pin it. We must hold it. And when we hold it or pin it, we must challenge those negative thoughts. For example, if you have self-doubt, if you doubt yourself as a parent, or if we doubt ourselves as parents, because occasionally these things come, occasionally sometimes we doubt ourselves as parents, we find ourselves in this trap. For example, if we always say things like, I'm not good enough, I'm not a good parent, I'm not a good mom, I'm not a good dad, because we believe this thing, sometimes we consistently see ourselves failing because we already tell ourselves that we're not good enough. We're not good enough parents. I can't do this. I can't do that. Other parents are doing it, but me, I cannot do it. Because we tell ourselves these things. We occasionally fault. We occasionally find ourselves there because that is the message we're telling ourselves. That is what we are speaking to ourselves. Now, who told us that we're not good at what we say we are not good at? Sometimes it might be our stories. Sometimes it might be our experiences. Sometimes it might be what people have said. We now translate it to our life. But the truth is that we must deal with those negative beliefs. If we suddenly realize that this self-doubt I have, why do I even have this self-doubt? I can actually do this thing. I can actually try. I can actually make an effort. I can make a baby step. Then you step out and begin to make this baby step. You will see that you're on a long way, or you're on the road to dealing with that negative belief. So we must first of all pin this belief. We must identify what we believe that is negative, that is limiting us. When we identify it, thank you, sir, for watching. When you identify it, then we deal with this negative belief. Now, how can we apply it in our real life? Number one, we must identify negative thoughts that play on repeat in our minds. Those negative thoughts that consistently play on repeat in our minds. Those thoughts that play like it's autopilot. It's in our mind. You want to do something and the thought say, oh, you cannot do this thing. You want to apply for that job. Say, this job, you're not qualified. Though. You want to go for this thing. You want to take a book and read. Say, I know if I pick this book, I'll read. You want to pray. If I start praying now, if I pick this book, I will sleep, for example. You want to pray, the voice will be like, you want to pray, you will sleep. So we must identify those negative thoughts that play occasionally in our minds. Those thoughts that when you want to take a step, it has come. Those thoughts that you want to do this, you want to teach your children, those thoughts have come. So we must identify it. And identifying these thoughts come from the point of self-reflection. Identifying these thoughts come from the point of intuition, come from the point of sitting down with ourselves. Being with ourselves and asking ourselves, why do I feel this way? Why do I consistently think about myself this way? It comes to the point from the point of sitting down with ourselves and identifying this belief. Journaling our thoughts, journaling what happened during the day. Probably today you felt you were scared. You wanted to do something and you were scared. You journaled it today. Tomorrow you wanted to do the same thing and you were scared. But now you've identified it because you are journaling. You will now come to the point of reflection. Why do I feel this way? Why do I have this negative thought? So we have to even know the thoughts that we think that is even limiting us. Then we ask ourselves, is it really true? This thought that is limiting me, is it really true? For example, I am scared of trying something. And you ask yourself, why am I even scared? I can actually do this thing. I'm scared of, maybe you want to write a book. And you keep telling yourself, I cannot write this book. People that write books, they are on another level. But you come to a point of, but is it really true? I can try. I can try. Is it really true I can't write a book? Is it really true that I cannot learn this thing? Is it really true that I cannot be a better person? You ask yourself, you question yourself, you reflect, you have conversations with yourself. Then the other thing we do is to replace this negative belief with a positive belief. When you question yourself, when you journal, you find out that, okay, these are the things, these are the thoughts that are limited. Now you question yourself, you ask yourself, is it really true? Then when you question yourself, you will now replace those negative beliefs with positive beliefs. For example, instead of saying, I'm not a patient parent, I'm not patient enough for my children. You know I'm not patient. If you give it to me, if you make me angry, I will give it to you. Instead of saying that thing, you start to say, I am learning to be patient every day. So you replace those negative thoughts you've identified that you occasionally feel, you replace them with positive thoughts and tell yourself, I am learning, I am growing, I can do this thing. That is one of the ways we can deal with these negative thoughts. We must remember that the thoughts we repeat become our reality. So when we repeat positive thoughts, it's become our reality. It's just the same thing with affirmation. When we consistently affirm ourselves, it becomes our reality. When we consistently tell ourselves, I am good enough, I am bold, I am creative, I love myself, I am responsible, I can do this, I am great. It's over time, it becomes our reality. When we consistently think positive thoughts, like I am patient, I am learning to grow, I am learning to be a better person, I am learning to be a better parent, I am learning to work on my emotions. Over time, it becomes our reality. So we must work on ourselves. Then the second way we can deal with negativity is to speak life over ourselves. Our words are powerful. The words we use are powerful. We should use words to our advantage. We should not use words to our disadvantage. We should use our words to our advantage because our words are powerful. What words are you speaking to yourself? What words are you speaking to your children? Do you know that words cast spells? The words we speak to ourselves and our children cast spells. So what words are you speaking to yourself? Are you speaking life over yourself? Are you speaking to yourself that this thing, I'm going to achieve it? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Even the Bible says, let our words be seasoned with salt. Is your word seasoned with salt? What are you speaking to yourself? Today that you woke up, what words have you spoken to yourself? Are you using words to your advantage? What words have you proclaimed on your children? Are you using words to your advantage? Or are you allowing the day to go by without using words? We must learn to speak life over ourselves. We want to achieve a goal. You want to write a book. You want to read. You want to take a course. You want to apply for a job. That thing is difficult. We must learn to speak the words of good, the words of life into that thing we want to achieve. Because our words are powerful. Our words carry power. Our words shape our reality. The words we use on ourselves, the words we tell ourselves shapes our reality. It even carries energy. Sometimes you tell yourself, oh, today I'm great, I'm wonderful, I am happy, I am excited. You find out that it even shapes the way you even react, the way you relate. Your energy level is high. So our words are powerful. Let us use our words to our advantage. For example, if as a parent or as an individual, you tell yourself, oh my God, I am so terrible with money. I don't know how to manage my money. I don't know how to save. Guess what? You might just be in that position of being terrible with money. Because that is what you tell yourself occasionally. That is what you tell yourself on a daily basis. But when you start to say things like, I am learning to manage my money well. I am learning to be a better parent. I am learning to study, to read my books. I am learning to be wise in this action and this action. When we use positive words, you find out that everything begins to turn around. The truth is that we must get to this point of using words to our advantage, including me. Most people say horrible things about themselves. Sometimes I wonder, how could people say horrible things about themselves? When you hear what people say about themselves, sometimes you'll be like, oh my God, I don't understand. Why are you saying this about yourself? But we must learn to speak positives about ourselves because our words carry spell. Our words are powerful. So speak life. Speak life to yourself. Speak life to your children. Speak life to that difficult situation. Speak the words of positives. That thing that is just, it seems like a mountain. We must use our words to our advantage. Because if you don't use your words, nobody will use it for us. So let us use our words to our advantage. Even God has given us a word to use. Let us use our words to our advantage. Now, how can we apply this in real life? We must speak affirmations over ourselves daily. What did you affirm? Have you affirmed yourself today? Even me that I'm even talking, have I affirmed myself? Have we affirmed ourselves? Do we affirm ourselves on a daily basis? Do you wake up in the morning and say, I am bold, I am enough, I love myself, I am a creative force, I am responsible, I am a child of God. Today I will achieve success. Today I'm going to achieve this goal. Today I'm going to be successful at this, and this. We must speak affirmations over ourselves daily. That is one way we can use our words to our advantage. Speak affirmations to your children. Affirm your children. Teach them to affirm themselves. That is one way you can use your word to your advantage. Tell yourself you are capable of achieving your goals. I am capable of achieving my goals. I have all it takes to be a better person. I have all it takes to be a better individual, to be a better parent. It doesn't matter what the present is. What matters is the future. What matters is what I believe. What matters is what I can visualize. What matters is what I can envisage. But we must tell ourselves these words. We must speak these words. I am capable of achieving my goals. I have everything I need to be a great parent. I have all it takes to be a great parent. I have the right coaches to teach me. I have the right mentors to mentor me. I have the right knowledge. I have the right people to seek for knowledge. We must learn to affirm ourselves. We must use our words positively. We must use words to our advantage and not to our disadvantage. We must bless ourselves with our words and not curse. We must bless our children with our words and not curse, because words are powerful. So use words to your advantage. Speak positively to yourself and to your children. Instead of saying you are so lazy. Oh my God, most of us parents, we do this. Your child has made a mistake, and the next thing you say, you are so lazy. You're not keeping yourself clean. Your room is untidy. You're this. We always focus on the negatives. Can we begin to shift from the negative and begin to focus on the positive? The truth is that whatever you feed the mind, it grows. When you are in this position of constantly telling your children the negative, it sticks in their mind. So when your child makes a mistake next time, instead of telling your child you're too lazy, you can tell your child, I understand, I trust that you can do this thing in good time. When your child breaks a plate, don't tell your child you always break plates. No, you're limiting that child and you're using words to your disadvantage. When your child breaks a plate, you can tell the child, okay, it's fine. I'm going to teach you how to hold the plate next time. I know you can hold the plate well. When your child's room is untidy, don't say your room is always untidy. No. You tell the child, I can help you. Can we work out how we can help you so your room will be tidy? I know you can tidy up your room. When your child doesn't get a good grade, tell your child, I know you are capable of passing mathematics. You have all it takes to pass English. You are capable. Don't say you are always failing. You're always making mistakes. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. No, parents. Let us use our words to our advantage. Our words should bless our children and not curse. Our words should uplift and not limit. Our words should make them to be motivated and not limit them in any way. So we must use our words for good, because our words are powerful. Our words cast spell. You might say, oh, I'm just joking. Is it not what I told my child? No. Instead of joking, that thing has stuck into the head of the child. When you tell your child you're lazy, the child will naturally be lazy. When you tell your child you're unkept, the child will look for reasons to be unkept. Why don't we begin to shift those negatives and begin to replace with positives? You tell your child, I know you are a clean child. I know your room is clean. Shift those negatives and move them and use the positives. So we must learn to speak positively to our children. We must tell our children, I know you have a great potential. I know you can do this thing. You can solve this problem, this mathematics, this English, this assignment. I know you can do it. You can do it. You all need to learn. Because even the Bible says, death and life is in the power of our tongue. In Proverbs 18 verse 21. Death and life is in the power of our tongue. Which are you using? Are you using life or are you using death? Are you using life to proclaim life into your children? Are you using life to proclaim goodness, to proclaim upliftment into your children? That is the responsibility we have as parents. It's our job and nobody will do it for us. So we must use our words positively to bless and not to curse ourselves, our children, and everyone around us. The surprising thing is that sometimes most of us parents, we use good words for people outside. When you see your oga, your boss, your colleague, you speak so well. You speak so nicely. When you see your friends' children, you're good. You're that good auntie, that good uncle. When you go out there, you see someone else's child, you're a very good person to that person's child. And when you come back home, your children all of a sudden are not good enough. We speak to our children anyhow. We speak to them with dishonor. We speak to them with disrespect. We make them feel less of themselves. Then tomorrow, we wonder, why is this child reacting this way? Because this child is rebelling. This child is angry. This child has learned that, oh, I'm not worthy. Most of us as adults, we don't even feel worthy enough of ourselves. Sometimes it's because of probably the way we were spoken to. Some of us, the way we saw other people spoke to us. We must use our words to uplift our children, because a child that is spoken to positively in the home, that child will definitely grow up to be an adult that is whole. Not a child, not an adult that doubts his or her worth or herself. So we must learn to use our words to bless. So what is one affirmation you will start saying today? What is that one thing you start telling your children today? Then the other thing we can do to overcome our negative belief is to take action. Take action. Don't sit down and say, I cannot, I am scared. No, confidence comes from doing. Confidence comes from doing. Confidence comes from taking action. Confidence comes from starting. For example, you want to do a Facebook Live like I am doing right now. And you tell yourself, I am scared. I don't know if I do it. Will people watch? Will people like my video? But the truth is that when you sit down there and don't do it, you will just be there. But confidence actually starts by doing. Confidence comes when you start to do. When you want to write a book, confidence comes when you start writing. Confidence comes when you step out and begin to take action to do that thing you want to do. Confidence will not just come and fall on you. No! Confidence comes when we move into action. Now, how can we apply this in our life? Don't wait to feel confident. Confidence comes from taking action. We should not wait to feel confident enough to start. Confidence can only come when we take actions. Number 2, start small. Do one thing that aligns with your goal. Just do one thing. Not too much. One thing that aligns with your goal. What is that one thing that aligns with your goal? Just start to do it. Even if it's 5 minutes, it will take you. Even if it's 1 minute, just start to do that thing that aligns with your goal. Number 3, celebrate small wins to reinforce your belief. We must get comfortable with celebrating ourselves. Most of us, we don't celebrate ourselves enough. We celebrate other people. We celebrate other people, but we forget to celebrate ourselves. But today, we must learn to celebrate ourselves. Even if it's a small progress, even if it's a baby step, we must learn to be in that constant state of joy, gratitude, and celebrating ourselves. Now, we must remember that action cures fear. Indecision and procrastination fuels our fear. That is by David, The Magic of Thinking Big. Our action cures our fear. Indecision, procrastination, they fuel our fear. When you keep procrastinating, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this, it fuels your fear. So step out and take action today. Step out and take action today. Come out of the boat as Jesus told Peter. Step out of the boat and take action today. Then number 4, surround yourself with growth-minded people. If you want to do away with negative belief, you want to have a positive mindset, surround yourself with growth-minded people, because our environment shapes who we are. Our environment shapes us. Have you ever noticed that how negative people drain their energy? Sometimes when you look around them, they are filled with people that's also negative. But when you see positive people, when you look around them, they are filled with people that are positive around them. So we must intentionally guard the people in our space. We must intentionally create the right environment for us that will help us to be in the right state and the right frame of mind. How can we apply this in real life? Choose your circle wisely. Choose your friends wisely. Choose the people in your space wisely. Stay close to people that encourage you and not people that discourage you. Number 2, join a growth-minded community like this one. We're encouraging ourselves daily, every week. We're on this journey of growth. Join a community that can hold your hands, that can hold you accountable on this journey. Number 3, limit time with negative people. Limit time with people that drain you. Limit time with people that drain your energy. Limit time with people that always downplay every goal you have or every idea you have. Limit time with people that laugh at you when you're developing yourself. Limit time with people that do not support your goal. Limit time with people that do not share the same goals, the same values, the same aspirations as you. Because when you spend so much time with them, sometimes they tend to pull you down or discourage you. So we must learn to watch who we allow in our space. As it is said, iron sharpeneth iron. So one person sharpens another. When you're with a growth-minded person, someone that is willing to grow. That person will sharpen you. Even when you fall, that person will be there to raise you up, to sharpen you, to encourage you. But when you are in a space where everybody is limited in their mindset, they discourage you, they don't want you to grow, when you fall, nobody will be there to raise you up. So we must intentionally watch the people in our space. So who is in your space? Who is in your circle? Who are those people that are holding your hands on this journey of life? We must intentionally find ourselves in the right space with the right friends and the right communities. Then the fifth way we can do away with negative belief and improve our thoughts positively is to visualize success. We must first of all visualize success. We must see it happen even before it happens. We must see our success happening even before it happens. So we must visualize our success. We must first of all see that, okay, I am successful. We must first of all see that, okay, I am successful in this thing before it happens in reality. We must first of all visualize our success. That is number 5. So every morning, how can you actualize this? So every morning, visualize yourself as a confident person. Every morning when you wake up, tell yourself, I am a confident person, I am bold, I am smart. Visualize yourself as being successful. Keep a board, keep a vision board that you can always look up to every time, that you can always look up to and remind yourself of how successful you are. Remind yourself of your goals, remind yourself of your dreams, remind yourself of your aspiration. Visualize these things, emotionalize this thing, because it has a way of affecting our reality. Now, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Just a minute, please. Let me sort out the lights. Just a minute, please. Yeah, just a minute, please. Sort out the lights. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Yes. Thank you for your patience. So we must visualize our success. We must visualize ourselves being successful. We must see it, because what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whatever we can conceive in our mind, whatever we can see in our mind, we can achieve it. Now, the 6th way we can improve on our thoughts, improve on our belief, is to keep learning and growing. Learning never ends. Growing never ends. We never get to a point in our life and say, oh, we've stopped growing, oh, we've stopped learning. No, we must continue to learn. We must continue to grow, to improve ourselves, because knowledge expands our possibility. Knowledge expands our possibility. Every book we read, every course we attend, every skill we acquire, it helps to expand our potential. Everything we learn helps to expand our potential. So we must be in that constant state of learning and growing. You can do this by reading books that challenge your thinking, attend courses, attend classes, learn from coaches, learn from mentors, listen to the success stories of other people who have overcome limiting beliefs. Commit to your growth, commit to your learning, commit to being a better person, to being a better version of yourself. Because it is even said, even Warren Buffett said it, the more you learn, the more you earn. The more you learn, the more you earn, by Warren Buffett. The more we learn, the more we earn. So we must commit to our learning. We must consistently improve on ourselves. Then the 7th way we can grow, we can improve on our thoughts, dealing with negativity, to trust God's plan for us. Yes, after we must have done the work, after we must have done everything we are meant to do, we must trust God's plan for us. We must have faith over fear. No matter what our limiting beliefs are, no matter what have limited us in the past, we must see God's plan as the plan that is the greatest, the biggest for us. So how can we do this? We must pray, we must apply wisdom, we must apply knowledge in everything we do. In our goals, all we've talked about, we must pray about it, because definitely at the end, we still need God to guide us and direct us. We must trust that God is leading us, even when we can't see the full picture. even when we can't see the end. But somewhere in us, we must have this trust that God is leading us. Then lastly, we must declare God's plans for us. We must declare that the plans for God is good, and we must believe in the vision of our life. We must believe in the vision of our life. I want to tell us that we are created for more. We are created for more. We don't have to limit ourselves anymore. We have to step away from our limiting beliefs. We have to step away from our limiting mindset, because we can do more. We can achieve more. We must remember to think big, believe big, and achieve big. So I believe you've got value for your time. So what would you be doing differently? We've talked a lot about how we can do away with negative belief, how we can shift our negative thought pattern, how we can improve on our thought pattern. We've talked about it. So what is that one thing you'll be doing today? It's our responsibility. It's our duty to work on our minds, on our thoughts, on our mindset, on everything about us, not the responsibility of others. So I charge us to get to work and begin to work. Let us work on our thoughts, our mindset, so we can achieve our goals and be better versions of ourselves. So thank you very much for listening to me. I believe you've got value for your time. I really do appreciate your time, and I do not take your time for granted. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Renewed Parent Academy. Remember to subscribe to purchase my book, Becoming a Renewed Parent. It's on Amazon, and I'm also going to drop the link where you can get it. And we also have a Facebook group, the Renewed Parent Academy, where we post daily tips, where we just share and we just grow consistently. We're on this journey of growth. And remember to join us next week, Wednesday, as we share on how we can renew ourselves, our minds, on how we can grow. Thank you very much for joining me. I believe you got value for your time. Do have a great day till I come your way next time. Bye.